because apparently Metaphor is one of those games that immediately starts with a cutscene that gets you directly into the game. And I didn't want to miss it while I was sending out invites for the stream. So, just give me one moment. I had to send out some tweets, vamp for some time, and hopefully everything goes well. I'm streaming Metaphor on Twitch right now. Gonna play for a couple hours. Hi, Wizard. So happy to see you here. I'm writing up some posts to invite people over. Gonna play a couple hours. If you're free, come on by. Select all, copy. How are you today, Wizard? Copy. I can't recall. Are you an RPG fan? Oh, that just answered my current question. Yeah. Chrono Trigger definitely counts. Chrono Trigger's one of the greatest ever made. But I got some gripes with Chrono Trigger. Yes, for its time, it was amazing. It is amazing. Going back to it, I am spoiled with modern conveniences. And it's... some parts are a little shaky when it comes to the side quests. I'm just really spoiled with modern gaming, that's all. In the 30 years since that game, we've made a lot of jumps in the side quest realm of gaming. Look, I'm used to having takes on games that will get me murdered because their fan bases don't like what I say. I saw 5 seconds and that'll be over. Welcome back. Alright. So, like, I'm used to having takes that get me murdered by certain gaming communities, such as the Souls and the Metal Gears and the Resident Evils, and I get it. I'm a huge fan of RPGs, JRPGs, all of that. I didn't say it sucks. I will say its side quests are a little archaic with current game development advances. I'm really spoiled. I'm the first to admit that. And, you know, it's kind of... some things are hard to go back to. Like, I love Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy 1. Do I choose to play it over a few other games that, you know, have made conceits and jumps? No, I won't choose it. But, okay, I think I've given enough time to post and do all that fun stuff. Let's get into this cutscene.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
I'm so excited for this game. I feel like I've waited a lifetime.
You dreamt of utopia,
You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
Oh no.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
No. Yeah, I saw season 1 and 2. I'm behind. I have to watch the third one. And then the new series. I'm behind on shows. This art does remind me of it.
I cannot fathom it.
I like that
His
Alucard
Majesty
beam.
killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
The royal bloodline.
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
Him.
Huh?
Him. Oh, they know.
Shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has
Who's
to ask,
Visor?
them dead, who shall take the throne?
Oh, Wizard, I haven't been. Have you seen my latest piece of art?
Demo prologue of Metaphor ReFantazio. What we have to offer you is but a taste of the story from its beginning. But through it, your experience will mirror the full version. Should you wish it, you may carry over your save data to the full version. We thank you for expressing your curiosity about our tale of fantasy.
I'll send you I'll link it. I think that'll be the easiest. Here you go. That's not how you share anymore. How do you share now? Okay. Here's my latest art. No, not that. Not that. How do I delete that? I messed up. Thanks. I don't know how to remove that. Well, if you guys want to follow my goal, that's not what I copied. I copied this. Here we go. There's my latest art. That's weird. I can't delete my own comment. Where's a mod to delete that for me? Jagged Alliance is your favorite turn-based RPG? I'm not familiar with that one. What is that on, Schmagegi? That's weird, it did the sub-goal thing. The little guy in green, I haven't named him yet. But I was working on a Pokemon Let's Play parody comic with Tattles, and that is the rival. Here, I have another link for you if you want to see more of the current Tattles art. PC and Xbox. Oh, it's an XCOM style. I got you. There's a link to my DeviantArt. That's where I'm posting all of the Tattles art as an archive. And there's the link directly to it. I wish I could get into XCOM. Something about the aesthetic that I struggle with. I like how it says buy now, but I already did. Let's do that. Cranked up them graphics. I was told this game had severe screen tearing, so I'm gonna do that. No, it's... I don't like... Unless it's a horror game. I don't like gray on brown 2010s art for games. I like bright colored games that have style or, like, unique menus. A gray menu that's just a box, or the gray on brown 2010s aesthetic, like, I don't like those. JA3 is more like the A-Team. I might have to check that out then, because that sounds like it has more to it. XCOM is so military bland to me. And I know that it gets pretty fantastical when you get further in the game and you get, like, more aliens and stuff. But in my experience, the majority of it has been very gray. What was the other one? Was it, Okay, Wizard, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Was it Alien Swarm? That, like, literally the whole game was shades of grays, but they were, like, tinted blue or whatever, except for fire, and it was, like, the brightest orange ever. I love the anime style you're very sick of. I wouldn't even say anime. Like, would you count Mario as anime? Like, it's not necessarily anime that does it for me. It's just more colors. Like, put some plants in your games. Like, add some green. Like, make, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's the game design. Like, you can choose the palette. It doesn't need to be washed out. Oh, we already watched that. It does have plants, but it's very washed out color palette. Alright, let's start the game. This is the demo, and I'll be playing the full version tomorrow. This does carry over. It's like this. Not really a fan of this.
I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
Yes.
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Oh, I guess I have to type. You don't get to know.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours.
I
It's a
do.
curious thing that in your eyes, My entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you?
That's funny, Shmagegi, because so has Angelo. He was telling me about it, yesterday.
If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question.
Okay, what's your question?
Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
No.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
Fantasy's how we get the majority of science.
This must be what you believe.
Fantasy's why we end up in the moon and on the bottom of the ocean.
I confess, my own answer still eludes me.
Isn't Skull and Bones on, like, Game Pass or PlayStation Plus or one of those?
But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality.
It's funny you say that about Ubisoft, Shmagegi. They have a game coming out this month. I don't remember which one. And the CFO did an interview stating that if the... Or no, it comes... Yeah. Is it this month or next month? I don't remember what, and I don't remember which game. But they were basically saying, like, you know, financially, if this game doesn't do well, we're gonna have to restructure. I don't remember which one it is.
Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself. So, let this tale begin.
Didn't Outlaws already come out? I'd have to look at their release thing. But whatever game comes out this month or next month, they're like, if it flops, we're gonna have to restructure a lot. And rethink, like, what the company's doing. But I don't know if the CFO can even make those calls. I'm not sure what their job is. I just saw an interview with him. We're gonna play on normal. Regicide! I don't know the gameplay, so I don't want to start on the harder difficulty. But there's a regicide difficulty. I love to kill a matriarch. Or a patriarch.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead?
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
I like his little fairy.
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
What's an igniter? Is that a magic wand?
Come on, hey, keep it moving up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an Elda. So he is. No horns, no knife ears. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
Is that the Kingdom Hearts? You can't take Kingdom Hearts from me.
Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum.
Nah, just wait 4 months and it'll be $5 like every Assassin's Creed game. Whoa.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Can I fly? I hold to my question. Can I fly?
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
For now.
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Is her name Gallica? Her outfit's cute. Yeah, Ubisoft keeps making bad decisions. Are you alright?
Are you alright?
Oh, I don't have to read the main character.
Worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
What's our mission? Oh, look at her little knight outfit. Is she gonna sting people? Ding, 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 ding.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Basic controls. Right trigger while moving to dash, B to dodge enemy attacks. Some actions you can perform, their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can use the mini-map to see which way to go. You can view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu.
Let's go.
Oh, when it said dash, I thought... Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move. It's a worm.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think you've noticed this, though. Left trigger to use phase sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica sees in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, shows up unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Okay.
I got that phase sight.
Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful. Not to nag.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Stop kidding around. Get up.
Wow. Fantasy is dead.
Fantasy is only fiction, is it?
Would anyone be free to update the death counter? None of that worked the way I thought it did. Okay. Avoid the worms. What's memorandum? A fairy who accompanies traveling boy on his journey, doubling as his chaperone for his special mission. Her diminutive size excludes her from participating physically in battle, but her special fairy traits allow her to more proficiently than traveling boy when it comes to sensing magla and knowing magic. Though she can become heated when her personal values are tested, she is a reassuring traveling companion. Sanctism. A monotheistic religion devoted to worshipping of the one God, the Almighty. The religion of majority across the United Kingdoms. Its sanctors preach that uttering the prayer closure with one whole heart will reach God, bringing salvation. It is a state religion, and the sanction hierarchy is deeply intertwined with the kingdom politics. Currently, the crown theology, or theocracy, is at the heart of the kingdom's political affairs. Magic igniters, a tool that acts as conduit for magic power, without which people cannot perform magic. To own or use them, one must obtain a permit from the kingdom by passing a test. With some exceptions, such as those serving in the state army, igniters can be costly depending on power of specification, and purchasing them is akin to buying land or house. Wow. Gauntlet runner, often called runners for shorthand, a general term for magic-powered semi-automatic vehicles designed for traveling the wastelands and either overcoming or circumventing local wildlife, threats, and magical phenomena. Traveling the wilds on foot or even in a lightly armed carriage has historically been incredibly dangerous, making any long-distance trip a life-threatening risk. Hi, Judicious. I was just reading the data log after my first death.
Someone's ahead. We gotta be careful.
Alright, we're gonna go the long way around. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out the menu. What items do I have? What are you starting me out with? Medical herb. A leaf of a plant with medical properties restores 50 HP to one ally. Medicine. Rubbing ointment infused with medicinal herbs. 100 to one ally. So we have 5 50s and 300s. Fantasy novel. A novel depicting a fantasy world. The cover is faded with author is unknown. Touring ensemble. A fine traveling clothes originated from noble made dirt resistant fabric whose texture is curious to the touch. Blossom garment. Lightly sturdy clothes made of woven wildflower petals. The technique behind its creation is a secret known only to fairies. I can equip the fairy. Yeah, I'm excited for Judicious. I've been following the making of this game for about 5 months now. 3 or 4 people who worked on this are basically JRPG all-stars. It's one of those games where like one guy, the Persona 5 guy, who's like the one responsible for that, basically was so successful that the company he worked for was like, hey, make a game. Like, make a game that's not Persona, but, like, incorporate everything you know. And then he was like, okay, I know really stylized art. And then he reached out to the musician from a lot of Persona games and Final Fantasy games. He was like, hey, make music. And he was like, okay. And then they both reached out to the guy who made Nier Automata, and they were like, hey, this is our script, this is our gameplay, can you give us some notes? And he was like, oh yeah, like, we're boys, like, we go way back, like, here, let me help you out. And then he started doing some like Japanese promos for it too. So like just the 3 of them, like, that's a crew that's so amazing to me that I'm just like, you got me. Like, I'm checking this game out. Legacy Sword, a plain-looking but well-made sword given to you on the day you left home. slashing damage, protagonist only. Fairy Saber, a sword used by fairies for self-defense. It's too small for anyone else to wield. Okay. Traveler's Clothes. Attire favored by travelers, allows for easy movement and simple to clean. Special protective gear for fairies, too small, Gallica only. Plain leather shoes, agility +1. Hair ornament, worn only by fairies. Okay. A charm also serves a wish for your mission success. Tiny charm. Okay. The story thus far. Okay. I checked out so much making of for this game.
Look.
Like, the way they made decisions for it is so cool. And a lot of the ideas that I had for my game that I was working on are incorporated into this. In different ways, but that's just proof of concept for me that, like, I was on the right path.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Murder the king?
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives?
Murder the king.
First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road.
I like this voice actress.
You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Okay, so this is something that I learned while the making of. All music in this game is music that Gallica plays to your character to inspire him in his situations. They plot, story told, explain why there is game music. Part of me loves that. Like, yeah, why do I hear badass music every time I murder someone? And one of the points of it is music will swell or change depending on actions and events in combat. I'm assuming that means like when you hit a threshold or something.
Look. Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Trade is already in sight.
Let's go.
Or Grand Trad. Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. Wait, there's a shiny.
Get ready, everyone.
Nope.
Like this.
Medical herb.
I think we shook them.
I don't know why every fairy is a bully. I think she's just trying to keep me on track, because my character has bad memory. Uh-oh, this is bad. We became anime.
Whoa, just look.
What happened?
Whoa.
We were just attacked. What happened? I didn't skip. Oh, they're gonna kiss.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
I wasn't expecting a hanging.
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here.
She got distracted by the shinies.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elda here, in the whole city even.
Yeah, judicious. There's a lot of racism in this game. The main crux of this story is you're the most hated race, and you're amassing a crew of all of the races to basically unite the country and become the new king.
The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play. Assassination.
No, he got a case of the heart knife.
Shh, careful who hears you say that. But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Was the prince also assassinated? Okay, we're turning back time. Is this back to me being in the desert? Because I don't know what happened there.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power.
Oh, okay, lady.
But not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
You got it.
So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask for advice. What to know in town? Press right bumper to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing Y. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Up to save.
Whatever will I do?
Let's save.
Whatever will I do?
Hello?
Stop!
May I ask you to step away from the accumulator? That goes double for one of your tribe. What's an accumulator? Looks like you don't know anything. How pathetic. If you have no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work. Damn. Luxurious inn. King died, so what? That's what I'm saying.
That's terribly unfair.
Gossipy noble.
What is there to do now?
What is no ordinary, or that is no ordinary animal. There were traces of something gargantuan crawling about after all. So many rumors concerning monsters in the wasteland. Why, it's all you hear about these days.
Not what I expected.
True, but I read about them in Julian's book. It claims there aren't any near the royal capital. Yet.
That's terribly unfair.
Let's see into this, man. Oi!
Someone oi me? Who oid me? Murmur, murmur, murmur.
What's going on?
Oi!
Here we are, Grand Trad. Frankly, I don't have good things to say for now. Parapists are treated, or how Parapists are treated here. We know. We don't need you telling us. We got attacked by a monster in our hometown. We had no choice but to come here. Regardless of how we're treated here, we gotta make it work.
Oh my, what did
Elda?
Elda, you walked all the way here? Don't tell me. You ran into some trouble, huh? Oh, hold on. Probably kicked out of the carriage, were you? My sympathies. That being Elda for you, I suppose.
What to do?
Man, everyone's real racist.
Just can't stand it.
Until a few years ago, Gauntlet runners used to park here in the carriage parking area. Looking at them was the only thing I looked forward to, but nowadays there's a ban on them or something.
Boy, if I had a gauntlet runner.
Okay. There's a pub here. Seriously, a tavern? Let's not put food before the mission. We can always come back later.
Hey, mister.
Like, I keep hearing people call to me. I'm assuming they're calling to me. Who's this?
So you?
Parapus woman. An Elda, huh? Pretty unusual in these parts. Oh, not trying to be rude, just mind yourself. This city ain't the friendliest to the inferiors. Does that bother you? I'm fine. Parapus tribe or not, I can knock those fools 6 ways from Idol's Day. Man, Idol's Day, that's my favorite day of the week.
Simply amazing.
Look over there, you can see the royal palace. No, wait, that's not right. That's where the Grand Cathedral is. At least I assume so, since it's off the main street.
What is it?
Seems to me sanctum is the real privileged thing around here, even more so than the monarchy. What's with the sky? Is this town protected by a bubble? I like the elevation.
Damn. An Elda? Here? Huh?
Shady woman. Okay. She had a lot to say.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Now I want one. Yeah.
Now I want one for myself.
Yeah, until you see the price tag. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
Yes, I like your outfit.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter?
Yes, I am. She is a pimp. She's like Grand Admiral of a fleet somewhere, watch.
Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
Royal scepter?
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic.
For the whole
shattering power.
For the whole game, Schmigegi, some things are gray. An entire game should not be gray and brown. It's not 2010 anymore. We got past that.
More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Wait, was it capped with an Xbox
That
controller?
wasn't necessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
And she's a babe. Oh, because of my overlay? I didn't realize that it was perfectly centered on the screen. I got joined the army because I looked up to Lord Luis. But now I get my arse handed to me if I so much mention it. What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things. Horse. What's down this back alley? Is the controller distracting? I know I'm not really doing a ton of action, so I don't know if it really benefits tracking. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an Elda, but people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead. Yeah, this is pretty on the nose, huh?
You there?
Young man, might I interest you in our shop's wares? This is no ordinary Mastari shop.
Hey, sorry.
Oh, we're actually in the middle of something. We've got something to do at the recruitment center. Who's cackling? The recruitment center. If you're lost, it's the large building down this street to the left. Stop by when you have time. I do business here all the time, so if you're in the area, do stop by. Someone over here was cackling. At least I thought so. I thought someone on my left was doing it based off of the headphones.
I'm out of ideas.
Oh there!
When I heard that His Majesty had been killed, I could hardly believe my ears. But he was a man indifferent to festivities. His death will not cause any disruption. As long as we have His Eminence Santifix Forden, this country will be safe. Okay, so he did cast a bubble around the city. Hi, studio. You're welcome. You told me you wanted me to when I was going live.
Come off it. That's wrong, though.
I have about like 10 people I have to message when I go live because notifications aren't working at the moment. Where are you going? That's not the way to the recruitment center. But they said the big building down to the left. Oh, is this the big building down to the left? I wasn't looking at the mini-map. Okay, studio, thank you.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine.
Yeah.
Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
Don't lie, but lie if you need to. But don't get caught lying, but be honest. I got you. Wish I knew what lies were.
You got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Which guy do you not like? The hoity captain?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's word. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
Yeah, both of them are probably gonna be bosses.
But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Damn.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Hoity?
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
No, I'm here.
18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
Okay. I want to get into the whole army recruiting orphans thing, but, like, we'll circle back to that at some point.
So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for change. I need the money. I'm just so bored. I want to fight for change.
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no?
Hoity.
So, what
Hoity.
can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I'm stronger than I look. I've got a sharp mind. I can take a lot of punishment. Oh, I've always been lucky.
I've always been pretty lucky.
Hoity.
I asked for your skills, boy.
Luck is a skill.
Last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
I know how to write. Not to read, though. Please enter name of the story's protagonist. Hold on, I want to look up the canon name. I want to do canon name for first playthrough. Metaphor canon main character name. The reason I want to do it is because there's gonna be a manga and possibly an anime. Does not have a confirmed name. In English it's Will, in German it's William, Spanish it's Victor, French it's Eric, Italian it's Victor, Portuguese it's Pedro. The name you chose at the very beginning of the game is for the player and not the character, so they're different. That's interesting to know. Victor. What should I name him? Every time I see Victor spelled like that, I think of League of Legends and Glorious Evolution. What's a generic hero name? Should I just name him Protag? Shit, all Cloud. Faust. Isn't that a bad name? Like a bad guy name? What's it called when you have two colored eyes? Crom something? Oh, is that where the guy from Smash Brothers got his name from? Heterochromia? Okay, well I can't name him Hetero. That's got a different meaning to it. Crom's already from Smash Brothers. Oh, I know. There we go. My handsome blue-haired boy. That's my blue-haired boy. I already drew him.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to.
They don't see the fairy standing on the chair behind me. What a long line. Guess we've got no choice but wait our turn.
Whatever.
Unmotivated man. You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much if you don't have money or a job. Reeve makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting only gonna get you chewed out. What if I just leave? Can't spell your name, bloody papyrus. The captain seems like a jerk, but it's for the sake of the mission. We just have to put up with him for a while. Eavesdropping won't get us anywhere. Let's hurry, get in line. They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Luis. His army's built on merit, so even a papyrus stands a chance.
What's the world coming to?
Blast it. I came to enlist because I heard make quick Reeve here, but it really makes me work alongside creepy Elda. Huh? God's own scriptures, there's where. Guess you can't expect an Elda to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. This is clearly my best friend, right?
Whoa.
You enlist as well? The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something you needed? Nah, I'm not gonna pry into your background. I'm sure you're wondering the same thing they were. If there's steak on the table at home, what earthly force should drag me to enlist in the Royal Army? No, I wasn't thinking that, actually. I was just kind of waiting in line to get my weapon. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom. Foolish or not. Join the queue. Wait in line simulator.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like,
Next! Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An Elda? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Wasted good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force. Crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
His shoulder pads. This guy is ready for 80s business.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Did he just growl at me?
Sorry for making a scene. You alright?
Did he also just get out of line because he was frustrated? Didn't we just spend our entire afternoon in line? Thanks.
You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
We're definitely best friends now.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
Cinder igniter.
These days, most come with their own magma crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms, like I saw in the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Royal Capital Vicinity Map.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Oh, okay.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
She's as bad as the cat. I don't want to sleep when you tell me. Her wings are so sparkly. Look at her wings.
Hey, you awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It never gets easier.
Never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay? Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Kingdom Hearts?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
Oh, they're my sketches.
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination.
Well, that's not the real world.
Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy.
Because it is.
And it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
I wonder who made the book. It's 11 Celsius if anyone's curious. $19 Celsius. It warmed up a lot.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, And I hope that someday, we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you?
Oh. I accidentally hit the keyboard.
Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elda here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet...
Sorry.
They burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix
That one guy was burned into a shadow.
You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that.
See a lassie?
I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that.
That is Kingdom Hearts.
In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
I wonder if he joins my party at some point. He is a lassie after all, so we know he can summon.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Medals Day.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can view information about the surroundings in the world map. Use the movement keys to highlight the location you want to learn about, and then press A.
Let's see.
Squad camp.
That's where you want to
go. We spent last night there.
Let's see.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget.
Fort contact would be... Let me look at the map again.
This place here. Hold on.
Let's see here.
And the plan camp out there tonight. The fort's just past it.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget.
Alright, let's go.
Okay then.
Let's go.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Okay.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It's a world with no magic. A world with only one tribe. It's hard to explain.
It's, hard to explain.
Some kind of fantasy novel, you said. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Actually, I'm very curious what he thinks.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I named him Tattles since I did that fan art where I just swapped them. And they both have blue hair.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe. Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
He likes me. I have 2 friends now.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction.
Did he just hit on me?
Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
I'm Tattles.
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat...
I don't like that.
Someone help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Nah, that's a corpse.
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
He's unconscious.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
Coward.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause?
I don't even know what the cause is.
The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear. Fight with pride. And we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
I don't
He's
care
right.
about medals.
We're warriors.
Up there is our first chance at glory and riches.
Sorry, co-pilot opened. I don't know why. I thought I had that shit disabled.
Let's go.
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Me too.
It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
That's blood.
Hey, did something happen?
I love her cute little night outfit.
Wait,
you know she made it herself.
Fairy, did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
Nope.
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die. I'm with you.
New ally, Strahl. Strahl, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally. He's not trying to conceal it. Every step of the way, he's like, my father.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone.
Oh, her night outfit's so cute.
Our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
I can't wait for the Gallica fan art where she's in like all the different class armors. It's 8 Celsius? Man, it's getting pretty chilly.
Okay.
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay? I know. Be careful, our contact should be inside, and we just have to find him. Huh, huh. You're running with such purpose. What was it you were talking about? You said something about your ally?
Actually.
Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. I see. Well, whatever the case, this situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. I can't move the camera. Oh, wait, skills. Mega Fire. Uses equipped igniter to deal magic fire damage. Oh, only I can use magic. Oh, that's a lot of bodies. I should have put this on my C drive. I'll move them after stream and install the full version on the C drive. Hello, game? I'm starting to question if it's me or if it's the game on these loadings. Hello, game? What happened? I can see the animation. That's the only reason why I think something's still happening. This is definitely not my drive. This is the game. I can take a screenshot. What happened? I don't know if it auto-saved at any point. Should I restart? It says it's still running. Yeah, it's still running. Alright, I'll end it. Okay, it's coming back up. Or is it? It froze again. Yeah, this is on Steam. What happened? Let me check again. Like, I know it froze because the little fairy on the bottom isn't doing anything. Crash handler. Something called crash handler popped up. Alright. Autosave. Hopefully it puts us back at the door. Okay, it did. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know what happened. Just on this load, it just... Crash handler appeared for some reason. Oh no, don't do it again. Do I need to, like, update or something? Is this where the demo ends for me? I didn't even get my first battle yet. Guys. You're cursed. There's a lot of times, too many times while I'm streaming, that I legitimately feel cursed. Like, it's not just me, right? Like, this whole year has been plagued with things like this, where they just don't work. And then I guarantee you, if I'm not streaming, this is gonna run perfectly fine. Alright. What should I do? How can I fix this? Is there a repair? End task. Is there a repair? It's fully updated. Verify integrity. Verifying integrity of files, 0%. 1%. %. Okay, this is gonna take a long time. What should I do? Well, I'll show my screen. So you guys can see this. Check this out. We're at 6%. I don't know if they did. I think right after we talked about that and I had them on, I think that's when Warhammer dropped. And I know that they're all playing that right now. I guess I'm gonna end the stream here. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I really wanted to play this, and it looks like other people have this problem on Steam, and there's no workaround. Repairing it apparently doesn't fix it. So I wanted combat too. Yeah, sorry everyone. That was an interesting stream. I will be back tomorrow. I'll reach out to all of you again tomorrow. And hopefully we can pick up where we left off. If we can't, on the new install, I'll just get to that point before I start stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all tomorrow.